This is an amendment supported by Chairman Lamar Smith, Chairman of the Judiciary Committee. The reason he and I are in support of this is because this amendment reduces the office of the Secretary and Executive Management account by $1 million and increases funding for Immigration and Customs Enforcement by $1 million in order to facilitate new agreements under the 287G program. And this bill, this amendment, will provide for better enforcement of our immigration laws. 287G has been very successful. It allows state and local law enforcement agencies to cooperate with the Department of Homeland Security to enforce immigration law. It was enacted back in 1996, and Congress implemented this program to give local communities help with illegal immigration in their area. A couple of points I would like to make, Mr. Chairman. There are maybe 5,000, 6,000 ICE agents in the United States. There are 650,000 state and local law enforcement officers. 650,000. So the 10 to 12 million illegal aliens in the country are much more likely to come into contact with local law enforcement than they are with an ICE agent. And for local law enforcement, it's important that they be properly trained so that they don't profile, don't discriminate, but properly identify those here illegally who are breaking our laws. Now, there is a backlog of cities that want 287G agreements. And what this legislation does is assist in covering that problem. One of the reasons so many cities want to be involved in this is because criminal alien gangs generally victimize people in the cities, often are victimizing other immigrants, often victimize legal immigrants. And frankly, law enforcement should be trained in how to identify and remove criminal aliens, and this assists in that. It's a great force multiplier for ICE. It provides ICE with assistance such as following up on leads and performing investigative research and surveillance. It's had a positive effect on the workload for ICE by identifying removable aliens. And it gives ICE greater flexibility in directing its immigration law enforcement resources. Now, I want to make another point here. The CBO scores this amendment as costing zero in budget authority. Also, I think we should reflect on the fact that given that one of the 9/11 hijackers, Mohammed Atta, was pulled over in traffic 2 days before the 9/11 attack, there is a significant benefit to checking the immigration status of all individuals who are arrested. Had the officer inquired about Atta, he then could have found out that Atta was in the country illegally and may well have prevented his participation in the attacks. That is one of the benefits of having local law enforcement trained in this area. I also wanted to make an additional point. This brings tens of thousands of local law enforcement to help enforce our immigration laws. There are now 70 jurisdictions with these agreements, but many more communities want help. The 287G program also provides training to state and local police, giving them additional tools that they can use to prosecute crimes committed by illegal immigrants, especially gang violence and document fraud. Over the last few years, the Open Borders Lobby has been successful in getting the administration to curtail the use of this program. Well, the 287G program is a solid improvement in terms of enforcing immigration laws, particularly with the gang activity that we have today, with the drug lords sending local gangs across the border in order to participate in crimes here. It is very clear that we need this kind of a program. And before it was created, many illegal immigrants stopped by state and local law enforcement went free. Immigration laws were not enforced. Since the program was developed, it's helped the state and local law enforcement not only fight crime, as I've indicated, but to get the gang leaders, to get the serious criminals off the streets and enforce our laws. So instead of curtailing the program, we should be promoting the expansion of it. I urge my colleagues to support this amendment and help local communities to enforce our immigration laws.